Evening here at Puro Ritmo. Wow, look at the transformation of this space. Very nice. So this is the first round of the exhibition here at the Smithsonian. This is the first peek. The VIP reception. Opening.
Of course, yes. Even though we don't have
For yourself. This is the first 6-month rotation. So I'm going to make it here to see all the things that are happening.
enjoying the exhibit.
Very informative, yeah. Even interactive with the dancing.
We're filming folks if they want to give us some feedback. We'd love to hear from people what their impressions are.
Oh, I'll definitely come back. So there's going to be 5 6-month rotations, and this is the first one. So every 6 months, things are going to be changing. On April 18th.
Yeah, that's part of them. So those are French.
Because to me it's just West Indian.
It's West Indian, yes. I think it might be the same thing. But I
Right here at the end of it all. Small space packed with a lot of goodies.
So you need to make it here. Come and check out this exhibit here at the Smithsonian at the Museum of the American Latino, located inside of the Museum of American History here in Washington, D.C. Just getting started and will run for the next 2.5 years. So you have time to make it here. Remember, 5 6-month rotations. This is the first one. So if you want to catch it all, you got to come a few times, or 5 times to be exact. So the pieces of Ralph Mercado will be on during the 4th and 5th rotations. So more to come about that. Ciao for now.
I don't think that way.
We already saw Jose, that's why.
What happens when cultures come together and create something unforgettable. And I'll say it's also the background of our lives, that background music we all had growing up at parties, at weddings, at quinceañeras. Your mom was cleaning the house on Saturday mornings and the music was playing in the background. But this exhibit, none of this happens without you. We are deeply grateful to our curators, our scholars, our advisors, to our donors and lenders, thank you. To the families and communities that support us, gracias. Your stories are the heartbeat of this museum. To our congressional champions, members of Congress here today, thank you for your support. To the Museum Board of Trustees, we thank you for being here, supporting us. And to our Board of Regents, our governing board, we thank you. and to our founding donors and our charter members and the Molina family that's here today. Thank you for your support. And a special shout out to our staff. This moment belongs to you for all your hard work. But this is not the end. This is just the beginning. We're building something that will stand on the National Mall and across this nation for generations. Amen. We need you, your voice, your partnership, and your beliefs. So tonight, I invite you not just to experience this exhibition, but to imagine what is possible, to build it with us, to join this movement, to honor our past, and to inspire our future, and to make history together. Thank you. And now we'll keep that rhythm going. It's my great pleasure to introduce you to Julissa Marenko. She has the longest title at Smithsonian. She's our Assistant Secretary for Communications and External Affairs and our Chief Marketing Officer here at the institution. So join me in welcoming her to the stage.
Thank you, Jorge. It's wonderful to be here with you today as we open Puro Ritmo. You know, so in full disclosure, as the daughter of a Dominican woman, when Jorge told me salsa, I said, why not merengue? Married to a Puerto Rican man, I said I understand, and I agree, and I most certainly agree. In my role as Assistant Secretary for Communications and External Affairs for the Smithsonian, I've had the opportunity across the last 8 years to visit many new exhibitions at the Smithsonian, but rarely have I experienced one as special as tonight, personally to me. Growing up in Union City, New Jersey, I appreciate that. I grew up in a Latino household with the sounds of salsa filled every room and every celebration. It was the backdrop of my youth and my upbringing. Whether it was being introduced to Héctor Lavoe, El Gran Combo, Tito Puente, or Willie Colon early on, to later as a young adult falling in love with Victor Manuel, Mark Anthony, La India, and Gilberto Santa Rosa. To me, salsa has always represented the beauty, the melody, and the diversity of the Latino culture. This exhibition tonight not only represents the present at the Smithsonian, but also, as Jorge said, the future of what we're working towards in building the Smithsonian's National Museum of the American Latino. It also joins a long line of storytelling at the Smithsonian across our 21 museums. From Selena's costume here at American History, to paintings of Afro-Caribbean artists at the National Museum of African American History and Culture, to photographs of the one and only Celia Cruz at the National. The Smithsonian is honored to share these stories with you and all Americans so that they all can learn about the beauty, the strength, and the diversity of our community. Any good salsero knows Ruben Blades. But now, thousands of Americans will be introduced to Lucy Paveri, Eddie Palmieri, Joni Pacheco. You will all get to see how salsa fits into different cultures on the East and West Coast. We will see how history, migration, and other genres of music have molded it into a unique part of being Latino in the United States of America. I'd like to take a brief moment to echo some of Jorge's sentiment and really thank everyone at the Smithsonian and the National Museum of the American Latino who made this exhibition possible. I always think there's a risk in naming individuals, but I would lament not doing so. I want to most especially thank the leadership of my friend and colleague, Jorge Samanillo. Additionally, so Deputy Director Ginny Gomez, who I know is somewhere here. Everything that goes on here. The exceptional leadership of this museum's board, Mr. Jose Luis Palado, who I also know is around here somewhere. And last but not least, I would be remiss to not acknowledge some of the Smithsonian senior leaders that are working on the development of this museum. My friends and colleagues, Carol LeBlanc, Acting Deputy Secretary and Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Ron Cortez, Under Secretary for Administration, Greg Blackwell, Chief of Staff to our Assistant Secretary, and Rob Spiller, our Head of Advancement. These folks are working, These folks are working extremely hard for the institution, but also to bring this Latino museum to fruition. This is no small feat. It will require the support and help of everyone in this room. Thank you for being here this evening. We know it's one of the many celebrations for this museum. It's now my honor to introduce El Jefe de los Jefes, the chairman of our board, Senor Franklin Raines, who is also on the board of the National Museum of the American Latino. Thank you.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome. Thank
I'm
you.
delighted to have an opportunity to just say a couple of words on behalf of the Regents of the Smithsonian. As you have heard, we have 21 museums in the institution, but there's none more important than this museum that we're celebrating here tonight. I come to you wearing many hats. Mentioned had the honor to chair the Board of Regents for the Smithsonian, but also I've spent many years on the board of the African American Museum as well. And one of the things that I hope to bring in my tenure is some of the learnings that we had from opening of that museum and its great success here on the Mall. And we certainly look for an equal opportunity to be successful with this museum. What's important about this museum is that it is not just going to be about a building. It's going to be about talking about how a people were fundamental to the founding of this country, the development of this country. Latin American history is a history of America. It's a history that does not need to be told as an afterthought, but is a core principle of what we know about ourselves as Americans. And I'm so pleased to be part of that journey. Culture is not just about entertainment. Culture is history. The history of Latin America, the history of Latinos in this country, is a history that every American needs to know.
Yes.
Needs to appreciate. Now, I can tell you that it's not easy creating a museum such as envisioned here. And we took 12 years from the beginning of preparation for the African American Museum to opening its doors. But it was well worth it. When you see the busloads of kids lined up outside that museum, seeking to make this part of their visit to Washington, D.C., when you see parents, when you see family reunions, I mean, imagine what can be done with this museum. Imagine how many people will be affected by it in their day-to-day lives. So I just want to thank all of you for being here. I ask you to continue to support the efforts to bring forth this museum in full bloom. And I hope that you enjoy yourselves and appreciate that I'm going to get out of the way because I think the music is about to begin. Thank you. joy. Thank you, Frank, for your leadership and your partnership and your unwavering support for our mission. And thank you all for being here, for believing, for standing up with us at this moment. This is your museum. I also be remiss if I didn't say thank you to the families and friends that support the work we do here every day. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. But it's a lot of work. My wife, thank you for your support and being up with me. These are all my families. Now, I'm going to invite you to experience not only the exhibition to my right, if you haven't seen it yet, and at 8 and 9 o'clock, we're going to have curator-led tours of the exhibits. You can meet them in the front of the gallery at 8 and 9. The celebration is also going to continue when we open our Puro Ritmo Palladium Ballroom, inspired by the legendary dance halls where salsa music came alive, where music, movement, and community were created. And we're going to have performance by the Mambo Legends Orchestra. So this is where the test comes in. Why do you really come here tonight? We have the exhibit to the right, and we have the club and food to the left. So please, go see the exhibit.
All of the culture.
You can do whatever you want, right? It's democratic. So, que viva la música, que viva nuestra cultura. Un abrazo. Thank you for coming out.
We welcome you to the Puro Ritmo Palladium Ballroom for a fantastic performance by Mambo Legends Orchestra.
What's up? How you doing? Good to see you.
Hello.
Hello.
Ooh, nice. Let's see what they do here. Oh, it's probably around the other side. Oh, I'm working with these people here at the Archive Center. Because during the time that Ralph Mercado's items will be on display, we're working on some programming for them. So we're going to give you a sneak peek before everybody comes here into the dance space, and this is what it's like here at the. Ooh, look how we have it set up. Very nice. All right. And the musicians, look at.
Hey, welcome back. Nice to see you. How are you? I can't get up, but how are you? Very good to see you.
Good to see you.
You know, the dancers that you saw at the auto show, they're gonna be here.
Awesome. What? It's going to be a jam session in this room in a moment, so we'll come back to this.